Topic: Knowledge without truthfulness or integrity. A threat to human progress. Written by Professor Mannix Paul, PhD, Me Foundation. Monthly lecture, Series 69, June 24, 2026. Knowledge without integrity is not progress. It is a dangerous regression for humanity. In today's world, nations, institutions, and individuals possess remarkable levels of education, skill, and intellectual capacity. Yet despite these advancements, many have become ineffective and untrustworthy as society has gradually lost confidence in them. The root cause is not ignorance, but the absence of ethical responsibility. Corruption is a silent destroyer. It strips people of dignity, erodes trust, and weakens the moral fabric of society. Even among religious and moral leaders, some have traded truth for personal gain, allowing their principles to dissolve under the weight of greed, like ice exposed to fire. Yet truth is persistent. It always resurfaces, either to validate integrity or to expose wrongdoing. Ironically, many corrupt practices are not perpetrated by the uneducated, but by the intellectual elite. These are individuals equipped with knowledge, analytical skills, and strategic thinking, yet they deploy these gifts for manipulation rather than transformation. This reality raises a critical question. What is the true value of education if it cannot solve societal problems or uphold ethical standards? Although the world is complex and diverse, society undermines itself when wrongdoing becomes widespread. This path exposes nations to internal decay and external vulnerability. Rather than working together for the common good, many institutions and organizations compete for control, using education and legislation to advance their own interests rather than promoting societal progress. A shift is necessary. Governments must foster genuine free market competition, allowing innovation, science, and informed consumers to determine value and drive progress. Many agencies and institutions, established with public funds and noble intentions, have failed over decades to deliver meaningful transformation. Instead, they have become bottleneck structures that serve personal interests rather than the public good. To move forward, societies must courageously reevaluate these institutions. Where mandates are no longer fulfilled, reforms, or even dissolution, should be considered to allow more effective and accountable systems to emerge. Beyond structural reform, promoting integrity requires deliberate action. Ethical leadership. Leaders must model accountability, transparency, and service to the public over self-interest. Value-based education. Education systems should prioritize character development alongside intellectual achievement. Strong institutional accountability. Clear checks, independent oversight, and consequences for misconduct must be consistently enforced. Transparency systems. Open processes, digital tracking, and public reporting can reduce opportunities for corruption. Merit-based systems. Recruitment and advancement should be based on competence and integrity, not favoritism. Civic engagement. Citizens must be empowered to demand accountability and participate in governance. Cultural reorientation. Societies must celebrate integrity, not just success, and redefine what it means to be accomplished. In the final analysis, knowledge must be guided by integrity if it is to produce lasting and meaningful impact. Without integrity, education and expertise become instruments of exploitation, manipulation, and personal gain, rather than tools for empowerment and societal advancement. However, when knowledge is anchored in ethical principles, it becomes a powerful force for justice, innovation, economic growth, and sustainable development. The future of any society depends not merely on the volume of knowledge its citizens possess, but on how responsibly, transparently, and faithfully that knowledge is applied for the common good. This reality places a significant responsibility on both the legislative and executive branches of government to resist undue influence from special interest groups seeking to manipulate public policy for private gain. Legislation should promote innovation, competition, and inclusive development rather than create monopolies that restrict access, suppress creativity, or grant exclusive privileges to a select few. The excessive use of regulatory instruments to micromanage sectors capable of healthy market competition often undermines progress and serves narrow interests rather than the broader needs of society. A thriving society rests on openness, innovation, and fair competition. Knowledge cannot be monopolized, and excellence cannot flourish when competition is deliberately curtailed. Public resources should be directed toward policies that foster growth, innovation, and equal opportunity rather than toward unnecessary legislation that markets can effectively regulate. Ultimately, sustainable progress is achieved when governance protects the public interest, promotes competition, and ensures that knowledge remains a catalyst for collective advancement rather than an instrument of self-aggrandizement. Courtesy of Me Foundation, committed to human capacity building worldwide. Just a voice of reasoning in a complex dispensation. Thank you for listening, and kindly share to inspire others.